Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at the new DeWalt propane portable heater. A heater that appears to be made for DeWalt by Mr. Heater, the company that makes the Buddy line of heaters that are ever so popular up here in the Midwest for ice fishermen. Couple differences we're going to have here between this and the regular Buddy heaters that you'll find from Mr. Heater. So this being the DeWalt version, as you can guess, takes DeWalt batteries from a drill that you would have laying around your house and puts them to use in the heater. So this is going to be a 6,000 or 12,000 BTU heater, similar to what the Hunting Buddy version of the Mr. Heater would be, except it's going to add a fan in this that runs off of the DeWalt battery, along with a LED light built into the handle, and 3 USB charging ports that will charge any of your electronic devices that would take USB cords from your DeWalt battery. This can take a 1-pound propane tank, or it does also have a hookup for a larger propane tank via a hose purchased separately. Let's dig in and take a look. Okay, so here's what we got. Pretty similar style to the other Buddy heaters, as most of y'all would be familiar with the exception of the yellow color scheme. Right on the back here is where you're going to have your fan intake and your slot for your DeWalt battery that will just slide right in there like so and power your heater. So here on the front, you're going to have your LED light, as you can see in the handle, along with your protective grill, and the propane panel. On the left side here, you're going to have a small compartment up front that has your USB ports for charging, which can be turned on or off via the button right here, with a little LED indicating if they are on or off, along with what is new for this series of heater that I haven't seen in some of the other Buddy heaters, is we have an electric ignition versus the old manual ignition in the knob. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. On the left side here, similar to the other Buddies, you have your tank connection. Rotates out to accept the 1-pound tank there, and the same thing on the right. You have your 1-pound tank connection there, so you can fit a pair of 1-pounders in here, or you can get an adapter to hook a larger tank up to it. On the back here, we have your buttons that are going to turn your handle lights and your fan on and off. Let's take a look at that light here. Not bad, a little bit brighter than I expected it to be. Let me get the lights here. This guy should serve well for helping you load up when it's dark outside. You got to take your shack lights down, possibly, without taking away all light from you. Should make it a little easier going into nighttime fishing. The other feature that kind of interested me is the fan on it. Now, if you've had the big Buddy and tried the fan in that, you've known that the 4 D-cell batteries that you got to put in that thing maybe don't hold a charge in the cold the best, nor do they always last the longest. So, kind of hopeful that we'll get some good air movement out of here and some good battery life out of it too. So the fan's on there, not too loud. Doesn't seem. Moves a decent amount of air. I can't say it's going to blow your socks off or anything, but it should help circulate the heat in the house a bit. So let's put a propane tank on there and see how she does lighten up here. one thing I noticed is this does not seem to have the quick disconnect port down by the propane tank connection, similar to the Big Buddy, so you'll need to get a hose that has the connection for screwing right into the regulators here, similar to like you'd use on a regular buddy heater. So there we got a tank screwed in. Let's get this to pilot here and see how this electric ignition works. So like this one, there's a pilot position here, and you hold that down. That'll get the gas moving for the pilot, and then we should be able to just press the ignition button here to get this thing to light. So they're lit. Electric ignition seemed to work pretty easy. We'll see how the single AAA battery that it uses holds up for lighting them when it's cold outside, but that system seems to be a little bit better maybe than turning the knob back and forth trying to get it to light like you've done in the past with some of the other buddy heaters. Now that the pilot's ran for a bit, we'll turn her up on low here. And there we got the panel lighting up, and we've got heat. Turn the fan on, and that's going to take and move air from the top here and blow the heat that's rising from the radiant panel out into the shack or wherever you're working. That should help heat the house a little bit better without having to use quite as much heat and maybe saving some propane there. I'm going to crank her up to high here real quick. And there it is at its highest setting. It's 12,000 BTU. Should be more than enough power to keep you warm in the ice fishing shack on the colder days, unless you got a bigger hub house. I found in mine sometimes you have to use the Big Buddy in that if you want to maintain temperature when it gets down around 0 or below. But pretty excited to get this thing out on the ice and use it. Hopefully that fan system works well for moving air around. Pretty excited about the electric ignition and the LED light in the handle. Drop a comment if you have one, used one, what you like, what you don't like. And good luck this season, tight lines, and stay safe.